The topic is blood vessels. Now, blood flows through a system of tubes which are known as blood vessels. There are three kinds of blood vessels which are present in our body. First is arteries, second is veins, and third is capillaries. Now, let us read about arteries. Arteries are the distributing vessels. They carry blood away from heart to other parts of the body. So arteries have the function that they carry the blood from the heart to the other body parts, and they have thick and muscular wall. Since it has to carry the blood from the heart to other parts of the body, so pressure of blood inside the arteries is very high. So it needs to have thick and muscular wall. So arteries carry pure or oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood is that blood that contains oxygen, but pulmonary arteries carry impure or deoxygenated without oxygen blood. So, pulmonary artery is that artery that carries the blood from heart to lungs. So, this is an only exception of an artery which carries the impure blood or the deoxygenated blood. Otherwise, all the arteries they will carry the oxygenated blood. In arteries, the blood flows with jerks due to the great force by the pumping action of the heart. So, in arteries, always the blood will flow with the high pressure and it will flow with jerks due to the force of the pumping organ, that is heart. Now, the largest artery in the body is aorta. Now, aorta is a type of artery that helps to carry the blood from the left ventricle of the heart to all the other parts of the body. So, since it is carrying the oxygenated blood from heart to all the other parts of the body, it is the largest artery in our body. And on entering an organ, each artery divides into smaller vessels called arterioles, which further divide into fine capillaries. So, when an artery it enters the organ, it divides into smaller vessels which are known as arterioles, and these arterioles further divide into capillaries. We can see in this figure which shows the blood vessels. Now there are three type of blood vessels which we saw. First is artery, second is vein, and third is capillary. Since artery carries the blood away from the heart to all the other parts of the body, so the pressure of blood in this will be very high. That is why it has a thick wall. Since pressure is high, so the area with which the blood is flowing, it is very narrow, so it has a narrow lumen. In veins, it has thin wall as veins carry the blood towards the heart, so there is less pressure, so it can have a wide lumen as pressure is inversely proportional to the area. Now in capillary, it is one-celled and thick wall. So capillaries are the division of the further arteries. So it has only one cell thick wall that is present. But in arteries, since the pressure will be high, so area will be less. That is why it has narrow lumen. And in veins, the pressure is less, so the area will be high, that it has wide lumen. The topic is veins. Now, veins are the collecting vessels. That means that they bring blood from body organs to the heart. So, veins carry the blood from various organs and it carries towards the heart. So, they have thin walls as the pressure of blood inside this will be very low, and the valves are present inside veins that make the blood flow only towards the heart. Since the pressure of blood is low in veins, we need valves to be present in the veins to prevent the backflow of blood, and blood can flow only towards the heart. The flow of blood in veins is not jerky and the blood is deoxygenated, so it is darker in color. So veins mostly carry the deoxygenated blood, that is why it is darker in color. We can see in this figure which shows a part of veins showing walls. So walls are present, that is why they prevent backflow of blood, and blood will only flow towards the heart. So we can see that walls are open and walls are closed so that the blood can flow only in one direction. Now all veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. Arteries used to carry oxygenated blood, veins carry deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary veins, they carry oxygenated blood. Pulmonary vein is a type of vein that helps to carry the oxygenated blood from lung towards the heart. So that is why this is an exception. Mostly all of the veins, they carry deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein, it carries the oxygenated blood. The veins begin as capillaries. They join and rejoin to form larger veins. Vena cava is the largest vein in the body. So vena cava is a type of vein that carries the blood from various organs towards the heart. That is why it is known as the largest vein in the body. Now let us read about the capillaries. Capillaries are the finest blood vessels. They are the terminal branches of an artery which rejoin to form a vein. So we can see in this figure which shows the capillaries connecting arteries and veins. Now when this artery, this is carrying blood away from the heart, the arteries will divide into smaller branches which will form capillaries, which will help to transport the oxygen to the organ. Now these capillaries or the smaller branches will rejoin and they will again form a bigger blood vessel which is known as vein, and this vein helps to carry the blood away from the body organs towards the heart. So this is the capillaries which will forming a network like structure between the artery and the vein. Now these capillaries, they have very thin walls and they are only one cell thick. So capillaries have very thin walls that are made up of one cell because capillaries have the function that they have to exchange the blood with the organs.